YouTube fam, welcome back to another episode on Code with me. Thank you so much for all the support that you have been giving in the last couple of videos, and I appreciate all the feedback that I've been receiving asynchronously through various channels like WhatsApp, Instagram, etc. And thank you very much for your continued support. And okay, so in this video, we'll be looking at one of the topics which is common in both Java and Scala, which is the final keyword. The reason I'm picking up this topic at this point in the series is because there might be confusions related to this word itself, which is the final keyword, and how it manifests itself in both these programming languages. So, in the world of Java, final is used to denote immutability, meaning cannot change the value once initialized, right? So, within Java, final can be used in multiple instances. So one is for variables. As I mentioned, it's variable immutability. Let's say final string hello world is equal to, let's say, hello world. Now, if I try to change the value of hello world to something else, that is hello world is equal to lobster, for example, I might get a compilation error here. The reason is final keyword ensures that the value that I initially assigned to my variable remains the same and does not change. So this is with regards to variables. Now, what are the options you have where you can use final? So final can be used with methods. Let's say I have mm, public final string get age, sorry, get name, let's say. I return some name. This particular method, when I declare with the final keyword, is not allowed to be overridden by anyone else. So let's say this is inside a class. Let's call it some personal info class, right? And this class contains this method. Now if I have another class, account extends personal info, for example, all this is just example on the fly. So you do this, but if you want to override this particular method, it will not be possible. Say if I say override this, there's going to be a compilation error. That's the effect of final keyword on a method. It does not allow you to change the behavior of what that method was intending to do. Now, if I scroll further down and look at the third instance of final, it can be used with classes themselves. So let's say within the same example, if I were to make this class final class personal info, right here when I say class account extends personal info, I'll get a compilation error. Reason is this becomes an unmodifiable class. And anyone who tries to extend the class basically tries to make some modifications. So that is not permitted when I apply a final keyword before the class name. Alright, so this illustrates how final works in three different instances in Java, with the variables, with the methods themselves, and with the class themselves. Right? In the world of Scala, this is a completely different world here, right? Scala is known for its immutability. So what they did is, they do have a final keyword, okay? It does the same thing for classes and methods. So basically, this part which you see here is the same thing or same behavior for Scala as well. And this part which you see here is also the same behavior in Scala. So any final class in Scala is also not extendable. Any final method in Scala is also not overridable. So you'll have the same thing, final class, some let's say vehicle, okay, not overridable, and same way final def get name returns a string, right? So this is also not overridable. Fun fact, you don't have to put a return keyword in Scala. So whatever is the last variable you give, that is what's returned back. So you don't have to say explicitly say return something, just like we don't need the semicolon, right? So this is the world of Scala. Final can be used for these two instances. Apart from that, for variables, we already have two classifications. We have var and val. Var basically means modifiable. Val is immutable, right? So when you have keyword val, you don't have to explicitly put a final keyword in Scala for vals. The only place where you'll probably do this is in Scala. If I have, let's say, class vehicle, and I have, let's say, a property final val type, let's say string equal to. Now this is where I will make use of final keyword with val combination, because val itself is immutable. Appending a final before a val in Scala basically does not allow you to override variables when you extend this class. Let's say this class is not final and you have, let's say, class car. Extends vehicle. You cannot say this here. This will throw a compilation error in Scala. Do note that the way the syntax of overriding and everything might change between the languages, but the point stays that final with val combination is only used to prevent overriding of that variable when you use a inheritance concept here in Scala. Apart from that, val basically does not need a final variable, final keyword before it. A var can, however, have the final keyword before it. But instead of using a final var, which makes it immutable, you can go ahead and simply use the val, which is the more preferred approach in Scala. So there you go. That's the difference between the final keywords in Java and Scala. And I hope that you like this video. If you do, hit the like button. If you didn't, you can feel free to hit the dislike button. Let me know in the comment section what else you want me to cover with respect to these differences, anything else that comes to your mind, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.